Hello kids, and welcome to my science tutorials. In today's video, we want to learn how to trace alphabets in the English language. So we'll be starting by learning how to trace the alphabet A, or how to write the alphabet A. Now you will be using a pencil, okay, to trace the alphabet that are given to you. And for you to be able to see, I will be using a marker so that it will be bolder for you to see. So to write the alphabet A, we follow the guidelines given to us over here, as you can see. So we first draw the line here on our left from top to bottom. Then we draw the second one where we have the 2 on your right side from top to bottom, and we connect from the left to the right over here, as you can see. So this is for capital A. Capital A. Now for small a, we make a round cycle over here, and then we draw a line from top to bottom to connect. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how we write the alphabet A. So let's start. So as we can see over here, I do from top to bottom here, the first line, and then the top, the bottom over here, the second line, and then I connect from left to right. So capital A. So I continue the same way for all. Very good. Let's continue. Okay, let's keep practicing. Okay, the more you practice, the better you become. So let's continue practicing. Okay, very good. So now that we are done with the capital alphabet A, let's move to the small alphabet A. So for this, we draw a small circle and then we connect a line from top to bottom. So watch how I do it. So I make a small circle on the dotted lines and then I connect from top to bottom. The same thing, small circle, and I connect them. Very good. You are doing excellent job. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Okay, good job. Well done. Now you know how to write the capital alphabet A and then the small alphabet A. Now the alphabet A stands for a lot of words like alligator, apple, aeroplane, and many more. Now in the next video, we'll be learning how to write the alphabet B, as you can see over here, and then we continue to alphabet C, and so on and so forth. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification button. And as well, don't forget to practice how to write the alphabets during your free time. So thank you once again, and bye bye. Hello kids, and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, we want to learn how to trace or write the alphabet B. Now to do this, we'll be using a pencil. Any normal pencil will do. So we'll be using a pencil, and then in case you make a mistake, you can use an eraser to erase it. So this is what you'll be using: a pencil and an eraser. But for me, for you to be able to see, I will be using a marker. Alright, so let's look at how to write B, the alphabet B. So in case you want to write the alphabet B, as we can see over here, the number 1 over here, we draw a straight line in between these lines, or guidelines over here. We draw a straight line from top to bottom, and then we do a small semicircle between the first two lines like this, and then we do another one in the second and then the third line like this. Okay, so for small b, we draw a straight line from top to bottom, and we do a small semicircle between the second and then the third guideline like this. Alright, so with that being said, let's go ahead and look at how we write the alphabet B. Okay, so to write the alphabet B, like I said, we draw a straight line from top to bottom like this, then we do a small semicircle like this, then we do another one like this. Very good. So we proceed: straight line, small semicircle, another one, then we continue like that. Get a piece of paper, a pencil, and an eraser and practice with me. Very good. Let's continue. Excellent. Very good. Excellent. So now that we are done with the capital B, let's write the small b. So for the small b, we draw a straight line from the top to the bottom, and then a small line in between the second and then the third guidelines over here. So we do it very small like this. Very good. So let's proceed. Small b, small b. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay. Keep practicing. Very good. Very good. Let's finish that. Okay, very good. So now we know how to write the alphabet B, both the capital B and small b. Now, B stands for words like ball, butterfly, and many other words. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video where we'll be learning how to write the next alphabet after B, which is the alphabet C. So thank you once again, and bye bye. Hello kids, and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, we want to learn how to write the alphabet C in the English language. Right, so this is the alphabet C, as we can see over here. And so for us to practice how to write the alphabet C, we need to use a pencil. Any regular pencil will be good for us to write that. And in case we make some mistake or an error during the practice, we can use an eraser, any eraser at all, to erase whatever it is that we made the error on. Now, for you to be able to see, I'll be using a marker to write it, but you will need to use a pencil. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at how we write the alphabet C. So to write the alphabet C, we try to trace the dotted lines that we have been given to us over here as a guide. So we draw a small semicircle all the way over here as if they are about to close, and then we start from somewhere at the top over here and then end somewhere over here. That is for capital C. It will be very big. For a small c, you do it a little bit smaller, and then you get small c. Okay, so let's practice how to write the capital C. You will be using a pencil, I will be using a marker. So let's go ahead. So for capital C, see, you follow the dotted lines and then you go over it gently. Okay, don't be in a hurry so to make a mistake. Go over it gently. So capital C, gently, smoothly, and nicely. Very good. Gently. Okay, very good. Very good. Great. All right, so let's continue. So we have another capital C. Okay, very good. Very good. Excellent. Very good. Now let's practice the small c. So for the small c, we do the exact same thing but a little bit smaller. So we go over the lines, small c, small c. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. The more you practice, the better you become. Okay, excellent. So let's continue. Very good. Okay. Alright, very good. Good job. So this is how we write the alphabets capital C and small c. We just follow the dotted guidelines given to us, or we make a small semicircle almost about to close, and then we have capital C and small c. Now the alphabet C stands for a lot of words like a cow, that we can see over here, a cow. C C-O-W, cow. C-O-W, cow. We also have words like carrot, coconut, cap, or even a carriage. Alright, so let's see how to write a cow. A cow. So we follow the dotted line. So it's C-O-W, cow. We go over again. C-O-W, cow. C-O-W, cow. Okay, so go ahead and practice. So let's do it again. C-O-W, cow. Very good. C-O-W, cow. Excellent. C-O-W, cow. Great job. Clap for yourself. You did a good job learning how to write the alphabet C, and then how to spell the word cow, which starts with the alphabet C. We said to spell the word cow, cow is spelled C-O-W, cow. C-O-W, cow. Good job. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll be learning how to write the next alphabet. Bye bye. Hello kids, and welcome to the channel. Today we want to continue learning how to write and trace the alphabet in the English language. So today we'll be looking at the alphabet D. D, so capital D and small d. We'll be learning how to trace them, both the capital D and the small d. Now for us to be able to complete this exercise, we will need a pencil to do the tracing. You will need a pencil. In case you make a mistake, you use an eraser to erase where you make the mistake, and you can continue. But for me, I will be using a marker to write so that you can see, but you need to use a pencil. A pencil. Alright, so let's begin. So to write capital D, we draw a straight line. We follow this instruction. We draw a straight line from top to bottom, and we do a small semicircle. We curve it a little bit, and then we connect it to the straight line, and that will give us capital D. For small d, it's the same thing. You can either draw this straight line first and then draw a small semicircle in the opposite direction, or you draw this small circle first and then you connect it over here by drawing a straight line to join. Are you okay? So to help us with this exercise, we have some dotted guidelines over here. So let's follow them to write capital D. So for capital D, we have a straight line from top to bottom, and then we join it like this. Very good. So straight line from top to bottom, and then a small semicircle to join it. Capital D. Okay. Very good. Very good. Alright, great. Now let's practice again. Capital D. Okay. Straight line. Small semicircle. Straight line. Small semicircle. Straight line. Another small semicircle. Very good. Now this empty line, we want to practice ourselves without the guidelines to see if we can write the capital D. So between this and this, we draw a straight line and then we curve it a little, capital D. So do it like this, capital D. Okay, great job. Okay, alright, very good. Alright, last one. Okay, good job. So now we've practiced how to write the capital D. Now let's practice how to write small d. So for small d, we follow the small line over here to make the circle, and then we join from top to bottom. Small d. So we repeat that again. Small d, small d. Okay, take your time and follow the guidelines very well, gently and smoothly, so that you don't make too much mistakes. So do it like this. Very good. Connect it. Okay. Very good. Small d. And the last one, small d. So just like we did for capital D, let's try and see if we can write small d ourselves. So we have these three lines, line 1, 2, and 3. So between the second and then the third one, the small line, this one and this one over here, we draw a small semicircle and then we connect from top to bottom. Capital D. Make sure your line doesn't pass the big one at the top over here. The big one over here, make sure it doesn't pass. So small d, small d, small d, small d. Very good. You are doing great. One last one, small d. Alright, good job. Clap for yourself. Now you know how to write the capital D and the small d in the English language. Now D stands for a lot of words like dice, dark, and minimal. So in the next video, we'll be looking at the next English alphabet, which is E. So we'll learn how to write the alphabet E, which stands for eagle or egg or even an elephant. We'll look at how to write that one, both the capital E and the small e, in the next video. So I'll see you in that video. Bye bye. Hello kids, and welcome to my science tutorials. In today's video, we want to learn and practice how to write the English alphabet E, both the capital E and the small e. Now for us to complete this exercise, we will be needing a pencil. So we'll need a pencil to write or to trace the dotted lines that we see over here on this paper or exercise sheet. Now if we make a mistake, we need an eraser to clean the mistakes that we do so that we can continue or retrace them. Now for me, I will be using a marker, a blackboard marker, so that you can see me follow the guidelines to show you as an example, but you need to use a pencil. Very good. So let's see how we write capital E in the English language. So to do that, the first thing we do is we draw a straight line from top to bottom, as we can see over here, top to bottom, and then we draw a small line connecting it at the top. Then we do one in the middle, and then we do one at the end, and that will give us the capital E. For small e, we draw a small line in between these two lines in the middle, then we curve it at the top and curve it all the way down. Okay, now to help us write this, we have the dotted lines to guide us for both capital E and small e, so that we can practice and become very good at writing the alphabet E. So let's begin. So to do that, I'll be doing the first capital E. So I draw a straight line from top to bottom. I connect it at the top, the middle, and the bottom. Very good. So we continue. Straight line at we connect at the top, the bottom, the middle, and the bottom. Straight line, we connect at the top, middle, and bottom. Now remember, you have 3 lines here as a guide. Make sure that your writing does not go outside these 3 guidelines. So we have top to bottom, top, middle, and down. Top, bottom, and the top, middle, and down. Very good. Very good. Now let's practice more. Watch carefully how I'm writing it, and then practice with me. Very good. Excellent. Very good. Good job. Now, using the guides, we know how to write the English alphabet E, or capital E. Now let's try to write it ourselves without the guidelines. So we'll start from here. Between 1, 2, 3, these 3 lines, we'll write it there. So we'll draw a straight line from top to bottom. We connect at the top, the middle, and at the bottom. Capital E. So let's do it again. Top to bottom. Make sure the line is between the thick line over here and the thick one at the bottom. And then the dotted one in the middle should be there. So I connect at the top here, here, and here. So I repeat that again. Capital E. Capital E. Okay, very good. Now let's move to small e. First, we'll use the help of the guidelines. So for small e, we join the small straight line over here first, and then we curve from here all the way down. Small e. The more you practice, the better you become. Small e. Small e. Okay. Very good. So let's do that again. Small e. Take your time and practice smoothly, gently, and nicely. Very good. Okay. Good job. So now that we've practiced how to write small e, let's try to write it ourselves without the guidelines. So in between the dotted lines and then the last line over here, I draw a straight line and I move from top all the way down. Small e. And I repeat that again. Small e. Very good. Very good. Very good. Small e. So good job. Clap for yourselves. Now you know how to write the alphabet E, both the capital E and the small e, in the English language. Now in the next video, we'll be looking at the next alphabet after E, which is F. Okay, F stands for fox, fire, fireworks, and many other words. So we'll be looking at how to trace and write the alphabet F, both capital F and small f, in the next video. For the meantime, thank you so much for watching how to write the alphabet E. Like I said, E stands for a lot of words like eagle, egg, elephant, and many more. So thank you once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello kids, and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, I want to practice how to write the English alphabet F in the English language. Now, to write the English alphabet F, we need some things. We need a pencil to help us trace the guidelines that we have been given over here. And also, in case we make a mistake, we need an eraser to erase the mistake that we have done before we continue. But I will be using a black marker to trace the alphabet so that you can see. Okay, so for us to trace the alphabet F, this is how we do it. For capital F, we draw a straight line from top to bottom between the first guideline and then the third guideline over here. And then we connect it on the first guideline from left to right, and then on the middle guideline from left to right. Okay, just on the first and then the second guideline, and not the third one, and that will give us capital F. For small f, we start at the top here and we curve it a little bit and we come down straight, and then we draw a small short line to cut what we have over here, small from left to right over here, as small f. Okay, so to help us practice, we have been given some dotted guidelines over here, so we'll follow them to help practice how to write the English alphabet F, capital F in particular. Okay, so let's look at that. So for capital F, first we draw a straight line from top to bottom, and then we connect on the first guideline and the second guideline, that is F. So we repeat that again. Capital F, capital F, capital F, capital F. So straight line, connect, connect, straight line, we connect here, connect here. So we repeat that again and again. Now take your time and gradually practice how to write. Follow the dotted lines and connect all of them. Okay, nicely and gently. There's no need to rush. So connect them from top to bottom, like this and like that. Okay, top to bottom, like this and like that. Okay, very good. Excellent. Alright, very good. So now we know how to write the capital alphabet F. Now let's look at how to write small letter F. So we follow the dotted lines, go for a curve and come down, and then we connect here. So we do the exact same thing again. Top, bottom, then we connect. We curve a little, we come down, we connect, and then we do it again. Okay, very good. Very good. Curve, top, bottom, we connect. We curve, top, bottom, we connect. Very good. We curve, top, bottom, we cross. curve, then we cross. Okay, take your time and do it nicely and gently. Okay, very good. Very good. So let's continue joining them. Okay, very good. Okay, nice. Very good, almost there. One last one, release this one. Let's do that. Okay, very good, good job. Clap for yourselves. Now you know how to write the alphabet F in the English language, both the capital F and the small f. Now F stands for a lot of words like fox, fire, fireplace, and many more. Now in the next video, we'll be looking at the next English alphabet, which is G. So we'll practice how to write capital G and small g. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we will practice how to write G. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, we want to learn how to trace the alphabet G in the English language. Now before we begin, you will need a pencil to do the tracing. So we need a pencil, any regular pencil at all can do the trick. And in case you make a mistake, we need an eraser to erase the mistake that we have made. Alright, so let's proceed to look at that. Now before that, I will be using a marker to write the alphabet or to trace the dotted guidelines that we have so that you can see them very well. So to write the alphabet G, we follow the guideline given to us over here. So we make a curve from 1 to 2 over here. We make a curve like this, from touching the first guideline, the last guideline, and then all the way up to the middle one, and then we curve it a little bit inside. Okay, that is for capital G. For small g, we draw a circle over here, and then we connect between the second and then the last guideline. We connect from top to bottom a little bit and we curve. Alright, so let's look at this in real application. So let's trace the capital G that we have. So for capital G, this is how we do it. So we follow the dotted lines from top and we curve all the way down here, and then we connect like this. That's capital G. And we do it again from top. We curve all the way up here, and then we connect from here to here. Very good. So we continue like that. So we curve up like this. We curve all the way down, and then we connect like this. Very good. Now the more you practice, the better you become. So feel free and then practice and make as many mistakes as possible. So we just follow the dotted lines. Okay, take your time. No need to be in a rush. So that's capital G. Alright, so let's practice more. So we do the exact same thing again. Then we connect over here. We do it again. Then we connect over here. We do that again. We connect. Then we repeat it over and over and over again. Now this is to enhance our handwriting skills as well as alphabet writing, and also to improve our handwriting, like I said. So don't get bored when you're doing it. Have fun like they were also having fun. So we connect it like this, the way up, and then we join it like this. Very good. You're doing great. Keep it up. Okay, very good. And join it. Top all the way up, then we join. Okay, very good. One last one. Okay, that's great. Wonderful. Now let's look at the small g. Now for the small g, like I said, we draw a small circle over here between the second and then the last guideline, and then we join like this, and then we curve a little bit up. Okay, that is G, small g. So like this, we join and up. Very good. Small circle, and we join like this. Very good. So we repeat that again. Small circle, then we join like this. Very good. Small circle, we join like this. Small circle, we join like this. Very good. So we continue. Small circle, then we join. Okay, very good. Keep practicing more and more. The more you practice, the better you become. So let's do it. Now take your time and do it one after the other, okay? And if you make mistake, because you are using a pencil, you can just use the eraser to erase it. Don't use a marker like me, use a pencil. So we do it like this. Very good. Okay. Very good. All right, we're almost there. Very good. One last one. Excellent. Good job. Now you know how to trace the alphabet G in the English language. Now G stands for a lot of words like giraffe and many other words. So in the next video, we'll be looking at how to trace the word H, or the alphabet H. So we'll be looking at how to trace the alphabet H and some words that start with H. Alright, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, we want to look at how to trace the alphabet H in the English language. Now, as usual, for us to trace, we will need a pencil for the tracing, and in case we make a mistake, we can use eraser, any type of eraser at all, to do the erasing or to clean the mistake. So for me, I'll be using a marker so that you can see me do the tracing for you, okay? So to trace the alphabet H, this is very simple. So you draw a straight line from top to bottom, touching the first and then the last guideline. You draw another one from top to bottom, leaving some space between them, touching the first and then the last guideline, and then you connect them, okay? Using the middle line over here, you connect the two lines that you have drawn. So that will give you a capital H. So for a small h, you draw a straight line from the first guideline to the last guideline over here, and then you make a small curve from the middle guideline over here, a little bit curve, and then you bring it down. Okay, so let's have a practical look at that. Like I said, I'll be using a marker. Okay, so let's look at that. So for capital H, you draw a straight line like this, okay, then another straight line like this, and then we connect in the middle. Very simple, okay? So because we have the guidelines, we just trace it on the guidelines so that we can become better and better at it. So we draw a straight line, and then we connect. Very good. Straight line, then we connect. Very good. Okay, so let's continue like that. Straight line, we connect. Straight, we connect. Straight, we connect. Straight, we connect. Straight, middle line. Okay, so we continue like that. This is very easy. Tracing age is very easy. Okay, now as an exercise, let's try to fill this line, this empty portion over here ourselves without the dotted lines or the dotted guidelines. Okay, so we start over here, straight line, connect in the middle over here. Very good. Make sure your line doesn't go outside the guidelines as much as possible. So straight line, connect, straight line, we connect, straight line, we connect. Okay, very good. We repeat it over and over again. Okay, so very good. Now we know how to write capital H. Now let's look at small h. For small h, we draw a straight line like I have over here. Then we curve from the middle a little bit up and down. Are you okay? So a straight line, and we do a small curve up, down. Straight line, do a small curve up, down. Straight line, small curve up, down. Okay, so we repeat that as well. Okay, take your time and do it nicely and gently as much as possible. Okay, so straight line, then a small end attached to it. So very good, excellent. So take your time, don't go as fast as I'm going. Take your time, and don't worry if your hands are shaking. Don't worry, with time you get used to it. So nicely, slowly. Okay, all right, very good. So now let's try and write it ourselves at the bottom over here. Are you okay? So we have small h, small h, small h, small h, small h, small h, and lastly small h. Okay, very good. Clap for yourselves. Now you know how to write capital H and small h in the English alphabet. Now H stands for horse, a horse, and then even hose. Okay, fire hydrants, they are hose. It also stands for that and many other words. Thank you so much for learning how to write the alphabet H, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, we want to look at how to trace and write the alphabet I in the English language. Now to do that, we will be needing a pencil as always. For all our writings, we will be needing a pencil, and then in case we make a mistake, we use the eraser to erase our mistake or our error. Okay, but for me, I will be using a marker so that you can visibly see what I am writing. So I'll be using a marker. Right, so to write I in the English language, it's very easy. The first thing you do, okay, as we can see over here, is to draw a straight line touching the first and then the last guideline. Draw a straight line. Then the second thing you do is you draw a very small short line on the first guideline, a very small horizontal line, then a very small one on the bottom or the last guideline as well. For small I, between the second and the third guideline we can see over here, we draw a small line touching the two of them, and then we make a dot at the top, and that becomes small I for us. So let's look at how we do that. So for capital I, okay, straight line, small connection, okay, that's how we do it. So straight line, small connect over there. So straight line, small line, okay, straight line, small horizontal line, Okay, that is how you write capital I. Okay, so let's continue again. It's the same thing. We're just practicing over and over again so that we become very good at writing them. Okay, very good. Wonderful. Excellent. Okay, let's practice one more time. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, very good. Now, the next one we want to write is small I. Okay, so for small I, like I said, we draw a small line between the second and then the third or the last guideline. Just like this, very small. It's not touching the first one. Then we make a small dot at the top. Are you okay? So small line, small dot, small line, small dot, small line, small dot. Okay, that is I. Very good. Small I for us. Very easy. Very simple to do. Small line, small dot, small line, small dot. Okay, so the more you write this alphabet, the better your handwriting becomes. Small line, small dot, small line, small dot. Make sure you follow the dotted lines that are given to you as a guide. Okay, all right, very good. All right, we are almost there. Okay, one last one, and very good and very wonderful. So good job practicing and learning how to trace the alphabet I, both the capital I and the small I. Now I stand for igloo, as we can see over here, or even ice cream, the ice cream that we drink every day. Okay, so that is I. So in the next video we'll be looking at how to trace and write the alphabet J. Okay, J for junior, J for jar, and J for Jeremiah. We'll be looking at how to write capital J and small j in the next video. So for now, thank you so much for watching how to write capital I and small I, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, we want to learn how to write the capital J and then the small j as part of the English alphabet. So without further ado, let's begin. So to do this, we need a pencil to do our tracing. Okay, we need a pencil. In case you make a mistake or you've not followed the dotted guidelines very well, you need an eraser to erase your mistake. So get an eraser and then get a pencil. This is what we will be using for this exercise. Now for me, I will be using a marker so that it is bold enough for you to see in the video, but you need to use a pencil. Okay. So let's begin. So to write J, capital J, what we do is between the first and then the last straight horizontal guidelines that we have over here, we draw a straight line, and before it touches the last one, we curve it a little bit up, just slightly up, like the way the arrow is going, like this. Okay, like this, top, let it up, right? And then we connect the horizontal line at the top. We connect this one, we draw a horizontal line at the top to connect it, then that becomes capital J. Now for small j, we do this exact same thing but in a different way. So between the second and then the last guideline, we draw this, we draw a straight line, bring it beyond the third one, curve it up, and then we write a small dot at the top. Okay, so that is how we do small j. So let's look at that. So for capital J, like I said, draw a straight line. Okay, just as it's about to touch, okay, I curve it a little bit up, like this, and then I join or I connect them at the top over here. Okay, very good. So I repeat it again: straight and curve, horizontal at the top. Okay, straight and curve, horizontal at the top, straight and curve, horizontal at the top. Okay, very good. So we repeat the exact same thing again: straight and curve. Okay, then okay, horizontal at the top. Okay, very good. Excellent, brilliant, you are doing amazing. Okay, now let's practice how to write it without the dotted guidelines that we've been given over here. So to do that, we write it ourselves. So we do it like this: straight and curve, and we join at the top. Very good. Straight and curve, we join at the top. Straight and curve, join at the top. Straight and curve, join at the top. Straight and curve. Okay, very good. And one last one. Very good, excellent, you are doing very great. Okay, now for the small j, we follow the dotted lines. Like I said, it's the same thing. So we write we draw the straight line and then we curve it, but this time around, instead of doing a horizontal line, we make a dot on top of it, and that becomes the small j. Okay, so we do it: straight and curve, dot, straight and curve, dot. Okay, straight and curve, dot. Very good. Straight and curve, dot. Okay, straight and curve, dot. Very good. Straight and curve, dot. Okay, you can have fun whilst you are practicing. Okay, so straight and curve, dot. Very good. Straight and curve, dot. Very good. Straight and curve, dot. Nicely done. Straight and curve, dot. One last one: straight and curve, dot. Very good. Okay, now let's practice the last one by writing it ourselves over here. Okay, one last one, so let's do that. So we do it from here: straight and curve, dot. Okay, very good. Straight and curve, dot. Let's go. Straight and curve, dot. Come on, clap. Straight and curve, dot. Very good. Straight and curve, dot. Very good. Straight and curve, dot. Nicely done. Straight and curve and dot. Wow, that is amazing. You are doing very great. I'm so proud of you. So thank you so much for watching how to write the alphabet J, both capital J and small j, in the English alphabet. Now in the next video, we'll be looking at the next alphabet, which is K. K for knife, K for knowledge, and many other words. So we'll be looking at how to write capital K and small k in the next video. But for the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, we want to learn how to write the alphabet K, both the capital K and the small k, as we can see over here. Now, for us to be able to write this or trace this alphabet, we need a pencil. Okay, a pencil, any normal pencil will do, and we also need an eraser. Okay, in case we make a mistake whilst we are writing, we use the eraser to erase our mistakes. Okay, so an eraser, very good. But for me, I will be using a marker so that it is black and bold enough for you to see. Okay, very important. Now for us to write capital K or trace capital K, we draw a straight line. Remember, we have a horizontal guideline over here, 3 of them. We draw a straight line connecting the first one and then the last one, and then we slant a line from the top a little bit to the middle of the straight line, and then another one all the way down, touching the last guideline that we have over here, and that becomes capital K. For small k, we do the exact same thing. We draw a straight line over here, but this time around, instead of slanting from the top guideline, we do it from the second guideline, okay, the second horizontal one. So we slant down here a little bit, then another one all the way touching the last horizontal guideline, and that will give us small k. Okay, so if you are ready, I'm ready, and let's begin. All right, so to do that, let's look at first how to trace capital K. So we already have the dotted guidelines to help us. Okay, so let's look at that. So we draw a straight line touching the first and then the last guideline, and then we slant or we draw a small diagonal line, okay, from the first guideline touching the center or the middle line. Then we draw another one coming down over here, and it's very big, okay, so that is capital K. Okay, so we repeat the same thing: straight line, some diagonal line, another diagonal line, and then that is good. Okay, straight line, diagonal line from the first to the second, then from the second to the last line. Okay, so we repeat the same thing again over here and over here as well. Very good. Okay, so let's do that again: straight line, diagonal, diagonal, straight line, diagonal, diagonal. Now you might not be as fast as me, but take your time, no need to rush. Take your time and do the exercise one after the other. So a straight line, diagonal line, diagonal line, straight line, diagonal, diagonal. Very good, you are doing great. So straight line, diagonal, diagonal. Very good. Now let's look at how we can write it ourselves without the use of the dotted guidelines. Okay, so between the first and then the last one over here, I draw a straight line, diagonal one, diagonal line. Very good. So straight line, diagonal, diagonal, straight line, diagonal, diagonal, straight line, diagonal, diagonal, straight line, diagonal, diagonal, straight line, diagonal, diagonal. Very good. Now you know how to write capital K in the English language. Now let's look at small k. Just like the capital K, we'll first draw horizontal line from vertical line, from top to bottom. Okay, but instead of drawing the diagonal line from the first horizontal guideline, we will not do that. We'll start from the middle one. Okay, small over here, down again. Are you okay? So big straight line, then small diagonal, small diagonal. Okay, big straight line, small diagonal, small diagonal. Very good. Big straight line, small diagonal, small diagonal. Big straight line, small diagonal, small diagonal. Big straight line, small diagonal, small diagonal. Very good. Let's practice more. So big straight line, small diagonal, small diagonal. 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 Okay, very good. Now let's practice ourselves how we can write the last one, as we can see over here. So big straight line between the second and then the last one, small diagonal, small diagonal. Okay, big straight line, small diagonal, small diagonal. Big straight line, small diagonal, small diagonal. Okay, then we'll do it again and again and again. Very good. You're doing great. Awesome. Right, very good. So thank you so much for watching. Now you know how to draw how to trace the alphabet capital K and small k in the English alphabet. Now in the next video, we'll be looking at the next alphabet after K. So from K we move to L. So we'll be looking at how to trace the alphabet L in the English language. So thank you so much for watching, and Good job following me, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello and welcome to my science tutorials for kids. In today's video, we want to learn or practice how to write the alphabet L in the English language. Now, for us to be able to do this, we need a pencil. So you will need a pencil to help you trace the guidelines that you have been given, or the dotted lines that we have over here. You need a pencil, right? Any regular pencil at all will do the job. Also, in case you make a mistake in the process of tracing or writing, you need an eraser to erase them. So we need a pencil and an eraser. But for the purpose of this video, I'll be using a black marker so that my writings will be bold enough for you to see. But you need to use a pencil, okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and begin. So to write an L, okay, in the English alphabets, it's very easy. So the first thing we do, if we look at the illustration we have over here, between the first, second, and then the third guideline over here, we just draw a straight line connecting the first and then the third horizontal guidelines given to us, and then we make a horizontal line touching the straight line on the third guideline over here, and that will give us capital L. For small l, we just make a straight line from the first horizontal guideline to the last horizontal guideline, and that will give us small l. So let's go ahead and look at how to do this in practice. Okay, so we begin by looking at how to write capital L. So I'll be using the dotted lines as my guide. So I write a straight line, or I draw a straight line from top touching over here, and then I connect at the bottom over here, and that will give me capital L. So we repeat the process again: straight line, horizontal, okay, that's capital L. Straight line, horizontal, capital L. Straight line, then we connect it over here, that's capital L. And one last one, straight line and capital L. Okay, so that is capital L. So let's practice more. So straight line, horizontal line, straight line, horizontal. Okay, take your time and do it. Straight line, horizontal, straight line, and then we connect like this. Straight line, and then we connect like this. Very good. Now let's practice how to write a capital L without the dotted guidelines ourselves. Okay, so I have my first horizontal guideline, second, and then the last one over here. So between the first and the last, I draw a straight line, then I connect them horizontally like this, and that will give me capital L. So I repeat the process again: straight line, horizontal, straight, horizontal, capital L. Okay, so we repeat it like that over and over again, and that will give us capital L. Very good, good job. Now let's look at small l. So for small l, like I said, we just draw a straight line from the first to the last horizontal guideline, and that will give us small l. So we repeat the same thing again: small l, small l, small l, small l, small l. Very good. So let's repeat or practice more. Small l, small l, small l. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, now let's continue. Let's practice ourselves. So small l, small l, small l. Okay, very good, excellent. Okay, now we know how to write capital L and small l in the English alphabet. So thank you so much for watching. Now L stands for a lot of words like lotus, letter, flower, or even a lion. Okay, so those are some of the words that L stands for. Now we'll be looking at how to trace or write the alphabet M in the next video. So we'll be looking at capital M, small m, and a word that stands with M, which for example is moon. So we'll be looking at that in the next video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorials for kids. In this video, we'll be looking at how to trace or write the alphabet M in the English language. Now, before we begin, we need a pencil and an eraser to accomplish or to finish this exercise. So we need a pencil, any regular pencil at all will help us do the work. And then in case we make a mistake, we need an eraser to erase our mistakes. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'll be using a marker, okay, so that you can see the writings that I'm about to do. Okay, but let me just quickly change the marker to, let me use a green marker for this particular example. Okay, so we are using this. Alright, so to write M in the English language, it's very easy. So as we can see over here, to write M, we draw a straight line from we have the first horizontal, second horizontal, and the last horizontal guidelines. We draw a straight line connecting the first and then the last one like that. And then we draw a small slanted line or a diagonal line touching the last one. And then we move it up, and then we draw a straight line connecting them again, and that will give us capital M. For small m, between the second and then the last guideline, we draw a straight line. Then we curve it a little bit and draw a straight line down. Then we curve from the top a little bit again, and then we come down like that again. So that will give us small m. Alright, so let's have a look at the practical application of how we can write this. So to do this, like I said, we draw a straight line over here. That's the first one. Then we draw a small diagonal line connecting the first guideline to the last one. And then we send it up again, and then we bring it down. That is M. Okay, so we repeat it again. Straight line, diagonal, diagonal, straight. Very good. Straight, diagonal, diagonal, straight. Okay, very good. Let's continue. Straight line, as we can see over there. Diagonal, diagonal, straight. Straight line, diagonal, diagonal, straight. Very good. So let's continue. Straight line, diagonal, diagonal, straight. Very good. Straight line, diagonal, diagonal, straight. Very good. Straight line, diagonal, diagonal, straight. So we repeat it over and over again so that we can improve our handwriting skills and also practice more so that we get used to how to write or trace the alphabets. Alright, so that is that for capital M. Now for small m, between the second and then the last guideline, as you can see over here, we draw a straight line like this. Then we curve it a little bit at the top, small like that. Then we bring it down, okay. Then we curve a little bit again. Then we bring it down. That is small m. So the more you practice, the better you become, and then the faster you get. So straight line, you curve and you bring it down, curve and you bring it down. That is small m. So we repeat the process again. Small m. Okay, very good. You are doing great. Very good. Okay, now let's continue with this one. Okay, very good. Small m. Very good. Okay, Very good. Very good. And one last one. Very good. Okay, very good. So now we know how to write capital M and small m. Now, M stands for a lot of words like moon, man, mansion, and many more. So let's look at moon, right? Moon. The spelling of moon is M-O-O-N. Moon. M-O-O-N. Moon. Okay? So let's have a look at how to write moon. So to write moon, the M that we practice, we write the M first, small m. Then we write O, and then N. We'll be looking at how to trace N in the next video, but for now, that is how we write moon. So small m like this, then O, we draw a straight line and then we curve a little bit. Okay, and that is moon. Let's practice again. M O O N, moon. M O O N, moon. Very good. Good job. Now you know how to write capital M in the English language and also how to trace or write the small m. And now you also know the spelling of the moon or moon in the English language. Good job. Now in the next video, we'll be looking at how to trace or write the alphabet N in the English language. So we'll be looking at N. Okay, N stands for nut. So we'll be looking at that in the next video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorials for kids. In today's video, we want to learn or practice how to write N in the English alphabet. Now for us to do this exercise, we need a pencil as always, and then we need an eraser to clean any mistake that we might make. But for me, I will be using a marker, a black marker in this example, so that we can see the writings more boldly. Alright, so let's begin. So the first thing we do when we want to write capital N is, if you look at the horizontal guidelines given to us, we have three. The one in the middle, and then one at the bottom over here. So the first thing we do for capital N is we draw a straight line touching the first one, or from the first line crossing the second one to the last horizontal line. And then we draw a diagonal line touching the first line and touching the horizontal line, and then we draw a straight one up. So it's top down, diagonal down, and then from down to the top. That is for capital N. For small n, we start from the middle horizontal guideline over here, so from top down, and then we curve a little bit, then we come down, and that is for small n. Alright, so let's go ahead and practice. Okay, so for capital N, like I said, we draw a straight line from top down like this, then a diagonal line top down like this, and then we join from the bottom up. That is capital N. Okay, so let's practice. We are using the dotted lines as a guide, so let's just write on them and then we are good to go. So straight up, diagonal, and then like this. Very good. Top, bottom, diagonal, bottom, top. Very good. Now you can also do it like this: top, bottom, diagonal, and then top, bottom. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, so this, and this. Very good. So let's continue. Capital N. Take your time and practice. No need to be in a hurry, so take your time. So top, bottom, diagonal, top, bottom, top, bottom, diagonal, top, bottom. Very good. Let's continue. Okay. Very good. So that is capital N. For small n, between the second and then the last horizontal guidelines, you draw a straight line, then we curve a little bit up, and then we connect down. So straight line, and then we curve, and then we come down. Okay, let's continue. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, so let's continue. Small n. We follow the guidelines like that. Very good. Small n. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Good job. Now, as a way of practicing more, we have a word here that we are supposed to outline. Now, N stands for nut. Okay, so we want to learn or write over the nut over here. So let's look at that. So for nut, it's N. So write our N, then U T. Nut is N-U-T. So let's continue. So N-U-T. Nut. N-U-T. Nut. N-U-T. Nut. Very good. So N-U-T. Nut. Very good. Let's continue. N-U-T. Nut. One last one. N-U-T. Very good. And then the last one. N-U-T for nut. Very good. Good job. Now you know how to write capital N and small n in the English alphabet, and you also know a word that starts with N, and that is nut. N-U-T. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorials for kids. In today's video, we want to continue our alphabet tracing by learning how to trace the alphabet O in the English alphabet. Now to do this, as usual, we need a pencil. Any regular pencil at all can help us to achieve this. And in case we make a mistake, we need an eraser to erase the mistake or the error that we have made during tracing. Now for me, I'll be using a marker, a black marker at that, for the tracing, so that it is bold enough for you to see. If I use a pencil, you will not be able to see. So I'm using a marker, but for you, you need to use a pencil. Okay, so to write the alphabet or to trace the alphabet O is very easy. This is just like you drawing a small round circle between the first, second, and then the third horizontal guidelines given to you. So just make a round shape, make it as round as possible inside, and then that is for capital O. For small o, you make it smaller between the second and then the third or the last horizontal guideline, so you just make it very small, and then that will give you small o. Okay, so this is fairly easy, so let's look at that. So for O, just make something very round, take your time, and then follow the dotted guidelines given to you, and voila, that is O. Very good. So let's continue and then practice more. So you can start anywhere on the dotted lines. Just make it round as much as possible and make sure it's on the dots. Very good. Let's continue. I can even start from here all the way up. Okay, very good. All right, very good. You are doing great. Very good. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, very good. Okay. Excellent. Okay, now let's look at small o. For small o, it is between the second and then the last guideline. Very small. Okay, so okay, make it very small and round. Very good. That's small o. Okay, the more you practice, the better you become at this. So we continue like that. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so let's continue. Small o. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. One last one. Excellent. Okay, now good job learning how to write capital O and small o. Now O stands for a lot of words like orange, onion, and even owl. Okay, O-W-L, owl. It's a type of bird. Now this is the spelling of owl. It's O-W-L. O-W-L. So let's practice how to write the word owl in English. So we write our O for W. It's like this, like this, like this, and like this. Okay, and we've already seen how to write L, so it's just a straight line, and that is owl. Okay, so continue. O W L, owl. O W L, owl. Very good. O W L, owl. Okay, let's continue. Very good. Very good. Good job. Now you know how to write the capital O and then the small o in the English alphabets, and then you also know an example of a word that starts with O. Owl, which we spell O-W-L. Another example is orange or even onion. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. We'll be talking about the next alphabet after O, which is P. So we'll be looking at this alphabet in the next video. So until then, bye bye, and then be good kids. Hello and welcome to my science tutorials for kids. In today's video, we want to look at how to write the alphabet P in the English language. Now, as always, for us to do this exercise, we need a pencil, okay, and a regular pencil will do, and then we also need an eraser to erase the mistakes that we might make whilst trying to trace the alphabets. Now for me, I'll be using a marker, and I'll be using a green marker in this example for you to be able to see what I'm tracing. Now to write P in the English alphabet, it's very simple. So we have 3 horizontal guidelines as always. So the first thing we do when we want to write capital P is we draw a straight line touching the first and then the last horizontal guideline like this. Then we make a curve touching the first vertical line. So we draw a straight line. We make a curve from there and then onto the middle guideline that we have over there. So we draw a straight line, then we connect it, curve it a little bit, and then connect it back, making sure it is between the first and then the second horizontal guidelines. For small p, it is between the second and then the last horizontal guideline. We draw a straight line crossing the last horizontal guideline. Okay, we draw a straight line crossing it, and then we make a small semicircle touching it between the second and then the last guideline. Now let's look at the real application of this. How do we then write it, right? So for us to do that, like I said, we draw a straight line like this. Okay, very good. So we connect from here, then we curve a little, and then we go back. That is capital P. So let's continue. Straight line. Okay, we curve a little, and then we connect again. Straight line. We go front a little, we curve, and then we connect. Straight line, and then we do it like this. One more. Straight line, and then we curve like this. Very good. Let's continue. Okay, more practice. Very good. Okay, very good. Now let's continue and practice how to write a capital P ourselves without the guideline over here, or the dotted guidelines over here. So we draw a straight line, and then we do it like this. Okay, very good. So make sure it's exactly in line under this. Very good. Okay, very good. Excellent. Very good. Amazing. You are doing very, very great. Now let's look at small p. For small p, like I said, it's between the second and then the third guideline. You draw a straight line crossing that all the way to the bottom like this. Then you make a small circle to connect them, and that is small p. Okay, so we continue like that. Straight line, small circle, straight line, small circle, straight line, small circle, straight line, small circle. Very good. Okay. Very good. Okay, the more you practice, the better you become. Very good. Excellent. So now let's try and write it ourselves without the help of the guideline. So make a straight line like this, and then we connect it like this. Very good. Okay. So if the line is not that straight, don't worry. The more you practice, the better you become. Very good. Excellent. Oh, amazing. You're doing a great job. Last one. Very good. Good job. Now you know how to write the alphabet capital P and small p in the English language. Now P stands for a lot of words like penguin, pencil, okay, this pencil, and even a pen, okay, a writing pen. So pen, pencil, penguin, pot, and many other words, all of them start with P. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorials. In today's video, we want to learn how to write or trace the alphabet Q in the English language. Now, for us to do this, we need some writing tools. So we will be using a pencil for this example. So the pencils are to help us trace the guidelines that we have over here so that we practice our writing skills. And in case we make a mistake, we need an eraser to clean the mistake. Any eraser at all will do. Now, for the purpose of this video, I will be using a whiteboard marker, okay, a black whiteboard marker, so that you can see what I am tracing. Alright, so let's begin. Now, tracing or writing Q in the English language is very simple. So if we look at capital Q over here, what we do is we have the horizontal guidelines over here, the three, the first one, the second one, and then the third one. So what we do first is we write capital O, a very big O, touching the first and then the last guideline, and then somewhere around here we just draw some diagonal line to cut the O, and that gives us capital Q. Now for small q, we make between the second and then the last guideline, we make some small circle, and then from the second guideline down, we draw a straight line, and just when it's about to cross the last guideline a little bit, okay, then we curve it a little up, and that will give us small q. Alright, so let's go ahead and have a look at how we actually write this. So like I said, for capital Q, what we do is we first of all draw a circle, okay, or we write a circle like this, and then after that we make some diagonal line to cross the edge around here, and that gives us our capital Q. So let's go ahead and continue. So we do the exact same thing again, then we draw a diagonal line to cut it or to cross it over there. So we repeat the same thing over and over again. So O with a diagonal line, O, diagonal line, and then we do it again like this. Okay, very good. So that is how we write capital Q. Now take your time and practice. There's no need for you to be in a hurry, just take your time and practice. Alright, so this one as well, we look at this, we have O, and then we cross it like this. Make sure you follow the dotted line as much as possible, right? They are the guide to help you to perfect writing these alphabets. Okay, very good. Very good. One last one. Very good. Okay, excellent. Good job. Now let us try to write it over here without the help of the dotted guidelines that was helping us initially. So let's go ahead and do it ourselves. So you write O here like this, and then we cross it somewhere here, and that will give us Q. Okay, so let's continue. Capital Q. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Very good. Good job. Now let's look at how to write small q. Now like I said, for the small q, we make a small circle like this, and then we draw a straight line connecting it, and then we curve it a little bit up like this. Okay, so draw a small circle, then the straight line should join where the circle has ended, so it will start from there, join it, and then it goes up. Okay, so we repeat the exact same thing again and again and again. Okay, very good. Okay. All right, very good. Very good. Good job. All right, very good. Nicely done. Let's continue. Let's practice more. Very good. Very good. Now let's have a look at how to write the small q ourselves without the help of the guidelines. So draw a circle and then we connect like this. Okay, very good. We repeat it again. Okay, very good. All right, very good. Okay, very good. Very good. And one last one. All right, good job. Great. Now you know how to write the capital alphabet Q and then the small alphabet Q in the English language. Now Q stands for a lot of words. One example is question mark. Another word that Q also stands for is Queen. Queen of England. Queen. All right, so in the next video we'll be looking at how to write the next alphabet after Q, which is R. So we'll be looking at how to write R in the next video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, we want to look at how to write the alphabet R in the English language. Now, for us to complete this exercise, we need a pencil. Any regular pencil at all will help us write or practice writing the alphabet that we see over here. So you need a pencil, and also you need an eraser in case you make a mistake, right? Any regular eraser at all will do the job for us. Now for me, I will be using a marker, right, so that we can see the writing more boldly as we go through the exercise. So today I'll be using the green marker for this exercise. Now for us to write capital R, it's very easy. So as always, we have our 3 horizontal guidelines, 1, 2, and 3. So what we do is, between the first guideline and then the last guideline, we draw a straight line, and then between the first and then the second, we draw some horizontal straight line small, and then we curve it and bring it on the second guideline to touch the first vertical line that we've drawn, and then from there we draw some diagonal line downwards, and that will give us capital R. For small r, it's very easy. Between the second and then the last guideline, we draw a straight line, and then we make some small curve at the top touching the straight line, and that will give us small r. Alright, so let's proceed to look at how we write capital R. So like I said, we draw a straight line touching the first and the last guideline, as you can see over here. Then we make some horizontal line here, then we curve it and bring it back, and then we draw some diagonal line like this, and that will give us capital R. So we repeat the same thing again: straight line, some horizontal, and then we curve all the way here, then diagonal line. Very good. Okay, so we continue like that. Take your time and let the lines be your guide and help you to finish this exercise. The more you practice, the better you become. So just watch how I'm doing it, and then you also follow and complete this exercise. Okay, very good. Excellent. Nicely done. Now we have an empty space here. Let's try to write the capital R ourselves without the help of the dotted guidelines. So draw a straight line and I do it like this. Okay, very good. Alright, very good. Excellent. Good job. Okay. Very good. Great job. So now that we are done with capital R, let's look at how to write the small r. So the small r, like I said, between the horizontal guidelines, the second and then the last one, you draw a straight line like this, and then you make some curve at the top, and that will give you small r. So you repeat this side, same thing again, like this, small r, small r, small r. Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, very good. Take your time and follow the guideline and draw it as you see over here. Okay, very good. Alright, very good. Excellent. So now let's try to write it ourselves without the help of the dotted guidelines. So straight line, small curve, straight line, small curve at the top. Okay, I continue like that. Very good. Great job. Clap for yourselves. Now you know how to write capital R and small r as part of the English alphabet. So very good. Now R stands for a lot of words like rat and radio. Alright, so in the next video we'll be looking at the next alphabet after R, which is S. So we'll be looking at how to write the alphabet X, as you can see over here in the next video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorials for kids. In today's video, we want to look at how to write or trace the alphabet S in the English language. Alright, so for us to be able to do this exercise, we need a pencil. Any regular pencil at all can help us in tracing or writing the alphabet S, as you can see over here. And in case we make a mistake, we need an eraser to help us erase any mistake that we might make. But for me, I'll be using a marker, since it will be bolder for you to see if I use marker than if I use a pencil. So you will need to use a marker. Alright, so to write S in the English language is very easy. All you have to do is to follow the guidelines given to us. So between the first, second and the third one, you make some curve at the top, you curve it all the way down and then curve it a little bit up, and that will be capital S. For small s, you do the exact same thing, but between the second horizontal guideline and then the third one, you do it a little bit smaller than the bigger one or the first one, and that will give us small s. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at how we do this in practical. So like I said, we follow the dotted guidelines, we make some curve, then we curve it all the way down, back down here, all the way up. That is S. Okay, so we repeat the exact same thing again. Very good. Make sure you follow the dotted guidelines. Let mommy, daddy, or your maid help you, or nanny even help you in practicing how to write the alphabet. So go over it like this. Okay, very good. So do it again. Very good. So let's proceed. We do it like this. Very good. We proceed. Nicely done. Okay. Very good. Okay, so let's go on. Capital S, capital S, capital S. Okay. Right, very good. So now we know how to write capital S in the English language. Now let's go ahead and look at small s. So for small s, we do the exact same thing, but between the second and then the last guideline given to us over here, and it's smaller than the capital S. So we do the exact same thing. We follow the dotted guidelines like this. Okay, very good. I'll give a small s, small s, small s, small s. Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, let's continue. Very good. We are doing great. Very good. So let's proceed. Good job. This is super easy and fun to do. The more you practice, the better you become. Okay, very good. And one last one. Right, very good. Good job. Okay, clap for yourselves. Now you know how to write capital S and small s in the English language. Now S stands for a lot of words, like we have S for sheep, S for sun, S for snake, S for scissors, and a whole lot of words in the English language. Now after S, the next alphabet is T. So we'll be looking at how to write T in the next video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, we want to look at how to trace the alphabet T in the English language. Now, over the past couple of videos, we've looked at how to trace the English alphabet all the way from A to S. Now, the next alphabet after S is T, so we want to look at how to trace that. As always, for us to do this exercise, we need a pencil. Any regular pencil at all can help us achieve this. And in case we make a mistake, we need an eraser. Any regular eraser at all will help us achieve this. I am using the Nataraj Neon Big Eraser. Okay, so for the purpose of this video and for you to be able to see, I will be using a marker so that you can see clearly what I am writing. Alright, so let's begin. So to trace the alphabet T, as you can see over here, it's very easy. All we have to do is we draw a horizontal line on the first horizontal guideline, and then we draw a vertical line from top to bottom, touching it, and that will give us capital T. For small t, we draw a straight line and we curve it at the bottom, and then somewhere at the top here we draw a short horizontal line on the second horizontal guideline to cut that, and that will give a small t. Alright, so let's have a look at this in practice. Right, so for us to write the alphabet capital T, remember we have the first, second, and then the last or the third horizontal guideline. So the first thing we do is on the first horizontal guideline we draw a horizontal line like this, and then we connect in the middle from top to bottom like this, and that will give us capital T. Alright, so let's proceed. So horizontal, vertical down, horizontal, horizontal, capital down, horizontal, top bottom, horizontal, top bottom, horizontal, top bottom. Very good. Okay, so that is how we write capital T in the English alphabet. Now take your time and practice so that you get it right. So we are following the dotted guidelines as always. So we do it like this, we come down very nicely. So like this. Okay, very nice. Very good. Let's keep up. Okay. Very good. Okay, so now we know how to write capital T. And let's go for small t. So for small t, between somewhere close to the first horizontal guideline, we draw a straight line like this, and then on the second horizontal guideline we draw a line like this to cross it horizontally, and that will give us small t. So we can do that, or we can draw the straight line and we curve it a little, then we connect it as we can see over here. So let's go with that. Okay, so straight line, then we curve it a little, horizontal line, small t. Okay, like this, like that. Okay, very good. So we continue. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, nicely done. Okay, keep practicing. The more you practice, the better you become. Very good. You're doing great. One last one. Okay, awesome. Good work. Now you know how to trace the capital T and the small t in the English language. Now let's do a little exercise, right? So we are to circle the letter capital T and small t. So let's go with the capital T first. So if you look at all the words that we have over here, let's look at where we can find some capital T's. So we have one here. Okay, very good. Then we have another one here. Very good. So let's look through again. So okay, capital T, capital T. Okay, so we only have two. Very good. So let's look at how we can find the small t. So for small t, I'll use this color so that we can differentiate it. So for small t, I can see one over here. Very good. So yeah, small t, and I can see another one over here. Okay, so that is all. Very good. So that brings us to the end of today's video. So you now know how to trace capital T, or how to write them, and also how to write small t. So thank you so much for watching. In the next video, we'll be looking at how to write the next alphabet after T, which is U. Okay, so we'll be looking at how to write U in the next video. Now T stands for a lot of words like tomato and even tower. Okay, so you can see this Paris Tower. Okay, so the tower stands with T. Okay, tower. Okay, all right. So thank you once again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, we want to look at how to trace the alphabet U in the English language. Now, as always, for us to trace or write this alphabet, we need a pencil, and a regular pencil at all can help us achieve this. And in case we make a mistake whilst tracing or writing, we can use this eraser. I am using the Natarash Neon Big Eraser. I would recommend you also get one. It's very good, as well as the Natarash color pencils as well. So let's begin. So for us to write capital U, it's very easy. So we can see the horizontal guidelines that we have. We have 3, 1, 2, 3. So for the capital U, you just draw a straight line from the top, crossing the second one, and then you curve it a little bit at the bottom, and then you send it straight up. Okay, that will give us a capital U. Now for small u, we make from the second horizontal line to the last one, you make a short straight line, you curve it a little, and then you join another straight line from the second horizontal guideline, touching it all the way to the third guideline. Okay, so let's look at how we write that. So in this video, we're using the black marker for this exercise. Okay, so for the capital U, we just follow the dotted guidelines we see over here to trace it and practice. So we join like this, we curve, and then we send it up. Are you okay? So straight, curve, and up. Okay, so straight, curve, and up. Straight, curve, and up. Very good. Okay, very good. You are doing great. So let's continue. The more you practice, the better you become. So let your mom, your dad, your senior brother, your senior sister, or even your nanny help you do this exercise. It's very simple and fun. Okay, very good. So one last one. Okay, very good. Straight, we curve and up. Straight, we curve and up. Straight, we curve down and up. Okay, so we do it like that. Very good, very good. Now let's try to trace the small u. So for the small u, between the second and then the last horizontal guideline, straight, we curve, and then a straight line to join like this. Then we do it like this. Okay, very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, so take your time and practice. No need to rush. Take your time and practice. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Okay, so let's look at the last set of example. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, small u, and last one, small u. Brilliant. Good job. Now you know how to write capital U and small u in the English alphabet. Now U stands for a lot of words like unicorn, umbrella, uniform, and many other words. Now in the next video, we'll be looking at the next alphabet after U, which is V. So in the next video, we'll be looking at how to trace the alphabet V in the English language. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorials for kids. In this video, we want to look at how to trace the alphabet V in the English language. As always, for us to complete this exercise, we need a pencil. Any regular pencil at all will do. And then we also need an eraser to erase our mistake. I prefer the Natural Neon big erasers. These are extremely good, so try to get Natural Neon for your kids. That is just my recommendation, but any other regular eraser can do the job. But for you to see what I'm going to trace or write, I will be using markers, right? Any of this to do the tracing so that you can see boldly what I am writing. So for the purpose of today's video, I'll be using the green marker today. So let's proceed to see how we write capital V and small v in the English language. Now, V is one of the most easiest alphabets to trace because you only have two things to do. One, you draw some small slanted line, okay, a little bit slanted, not straight, slanted a little bit, touching the first and then the third horizontal guideline, and then you do the exact same thing from bottom top like this. Are you okay? So for small v, it's the same thing but on a smaller scale between the second and then the third horizontal guideline. So a slanted line coming down, another one going up, and that will give you your small v. Are we okay? All right, so let's proceed. So for capital V, like I said, slanted line like this, then another one top. That's capital V for you. Very good. So let's proceed. So do this and this. Very good. Slant it like this and like this. Remember, we are still following the dotted guidelines for this exercise. So like this, like this. Very good. Like this, like this. Okay, awesome. Right, so let's continue. Capital V, another one, capital V, capital V, capital V, then one last one, capital V. Very good. So let's continue. Another one, capital V. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Okay, so now we have the capital V done. Now let's do the small v. Like I said, the small v is just a smaller version of the capital V, so you write it smaller than the capital one. So between the first, second, and then the third horizontal guideline, we write the small v between the second and then the third one. So small like this, okay, like this, okay, very good, like this, small. Okay, this is very easy, like this. Okay, but you take your time and practice. The more you practice, the better you become. So take your time. Very good. Very good. You're doing great. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Good job. You are doing great. So now this is how we trace the alphabet capital V and small v in the English alphabets. Now V stands for a lot of words like violin, vulture, and many other words. Now in the next video, we'll be looking at the next alphabet after V, which is W. So we'll be looking at how to trace W in the next video, after which we'll be looking at how to trace X, then Y and Z as always. So thank you so much for watching how to trace the alphabet, and I'm glad you've been following along from all the way from when we started tracing the alphabet from A all the way here. So if you've watched all our videos up until this point, a very big thanks to you, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as we have more content tailored towards your kids from elementary school all the way to grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, all the way to grade 6. We have content for them. And for those who are older and they are in middle grade and above, from grade 7 above up to A level, they can go to my science tutorial itself to have their lessons over there. So thank you once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorials for kids. In today's video, we want to look at how to trace the alphabet W in the English language. Now, as always, for us to do this exercise, we need a pencil. Any regular pencil at all can do this for us. And in case we make a mistake, we need an eraser. I normally prefer the Natarash neon eraser, but you can use any regular eraser as well, and you are good to go. Now for the purpose of this video, I will be using a black marker so that I can trace boldly now for you to see. Okay, but you will need to use a pencil. Alright, so let's begin by looking at how we write the alphabet W. Now if you look at the guidelines given to us over here to write W, it's very easy. So we have 3 horizontal guidelines. What we do is the first guideline to the last guideline, we draw a slanted or a diagonal line touching the first and then the last horizontal guideline. Then we send it all the way up a little bit above the second horizontal guideline. We bring it back and then we move it up diagonally like that as well. Then that will give us capital W. For small w, what we do is we do the exact same thing but on a smaller scale. So between the second and then the last horizontal guideline, we draw a slanted line downwards, upward, downward, and upward, and that will give us small w. Alright, so let's have a look at the practical application of this. So like I said, we have our dotted guidelines over here to help us. So what I will do is I will write my slanted or my diagonal line over here, okay, as you can see. Then I move it up a little bit like this, then I bring it down again like this, as we can see, and then finally I send it all the way up again, and that will give me capital W. So we repeat the exact same process again: slanted down, up, down, up, okay, and that will give us capital W. So let's continue. Okay, the more you practice, the better you become. If you are finding it difficult to move the pencil along and trace really well, you can let your brother or your sister, or even mommy or daddy or even your nanny help you to do this exercise. Okay, that's very good. All right, very good. Okay, excellent. Very good. Very good. All right, nicely done. All right, so let's look at the small w. So like I said, the small w, we have the first, second, and then the last horizontal guideline. So between the second and then the last horizontal guideline, this is where we write our small w. So over here we have this, like this, like this, okay, like that. Very good. So like this, up, down, up, just like the way we did for the capital W. We do the exact same thing over here as well. So we continue like that. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, excellent. You are doing amazing. All right, so let's continue. Very good. Very good. Nicely done. Okay, and one last one. All right, very good. Good job. Now you know how to trace the capital alphabet and then the small alphabet W in the English language. Now we have a little bit of exercise at the bottom over here. As you can see, we have to circle the letter capital W and small w. All right, so let's continue and look at that. So for capital W, I will be using the blue marker. So I can see one over here, so I circle that. I can see another big one over here, so I circled that as well. And if I look through, I can see another big one over here, so I circled that as well. Very good. Any other? Okay, so that is all for capital W. Now for the small w, let's see where we can find one. So if I look through, we have one over here. Do we have any other one? No, we don't. Okay, so that is the end. So thank you so much for watching how to trace the alphabet W. W stands for a lot of words like watermelon, window, water, whale, and many other words. Now in the next video, we'll be looking at how to trace the next alphabet after W, which is X. So we'll be looking at that, and then we continue to look at the alphabet Y after the X, and then we look at the last alphabet in the English language, Z, and that will complete our alphabet tracing exercise. Okay, so thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorials for kids. In today's video, we want to look at how to trace the alphabet X in the English language. Now, as always, for us to complete this exercise, we need a pencil. Any regular pencil at all can help you trace this exercise. And in case we make a mistake, we can use an eraser. Any regular eraser at all can help you, but I always prefer the Naturage neon eraser because they are very good, soft, and very nice and easy to use. Alright, so for the purpose of this video tutorial, I will be using a marker. I'll be using a black marker at that for this particular exercise. Alright, so for us to trace the alphabet X, it is very easy. As always, we have three horizontal guidelines that are helping us to write the alphabet in line. So if you look at the capital X, we realize that we have a diagonal line from the first horizontal guideline crossing the second one to the last one. It's not straight, it is slanted. Okay, that is why it is diagonal. And then the second one from the top over here in the opposite direction, also from the first horizontal guideline to the last one. Okay, so that will give us capital X. Now for small x, it's the same thing, but between the second and then the last horizontal guideline. So we have a diagonal line crossing the second and then the last one, and then another one in the opposite direction, and that will give us small x. Right, so let's have a practical feel of how we do this. So like I said, so we follow the dotted lines given to us to help us. So the first step is to move from here in this direction like this. Okay, then the second step is to go the opposite direction. Okay, very good. Make sure you are always within the horizontal guidelines that are given to you. Okay, so we repeat the process again. X. Okay, very good, very good, very good. The more you practice, the better you become. Alright, very good. So let's continue practicing. Okay, very good. You can start from any direction first, either this way or this way. Any of them first is still correct. Okay, very good, very good. One last one. Beautiful, amazing. All right, now let's look at small x. Now like I said, for the small x, it is between the second horizontal guideline and the last horizontal guideline. So we do it smaller, so like this, the first step, and then the second step like this. You can see there is a space at the top over here. Okay, and that is the space between the second and then the first horizontal guideline. So we continue like that. Small x, small x, small x, small x. Okay, very good. So let's continue. Very good. Okay. Practice by yourself. The more you practice, the better you become. All right. So an example of the word or a word of an object that starts with S is xylophone. So we want to look at how to practice writing xylophone in English. Now, if you've been watching this video from the beginning, we've practiced how to write X. Yes, right now we are yet to practice Y, but we can still do that. Lophone. We've all practiced all this, so we can write it. So xylophone, the spelling of xylophone is XYLOPHONE. XYLOPHONE. Alright, so let's look at how we can write that. So I'll be using a green marker for this. So for xylophone, we have our X here, our Y here, then LOPHONE. Very good. Xylophone. Another one. X Y L O P H O N E. Very good. Clap for yourselves. Now you know how to write the alphabet X in the English language, and as well you also know the spelling of xylophone. Alright, so in the next video we'll be looking at the next alphabet after X, which is Y. So we'll be looking at how to trace the alphabet Y in the next video, after which we'll look at how to trace the last alphabet in the English language, which is Z, and that will bring us to the end of the alphabet tracing. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello kids, and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, I want to learn how to trace the alphabet Y in the English language. Now, as always, we need a pencil. Any regular pencil at all can help us in tracing this exercise. And in case we make a mistake, we need an eraser. I normally prefer the Natarash Neon eraser because they are very good, soft and easy to use, so I recommend you buy this. If you don't have any Natarash Neon eraser, you can buy any regular eraser at all, and that is fine. Now, for the purpose of this video, I will be using a marker, any of these markers. So let me use green in this example. Alright, so let's begin. So to trace the alphabet Y, this is very easy. As always, we have three horizontal guidelines which are going to help us to write these alphabets. Now, the first thing we do when we want to write capital Y is between the first and then the second horizontal guideline, we draw some diagonal line from the first one touching the second one, and then in the opposite direction from the first to the second one, like that. They will connect on the second line, and then we draw a straight line connecting the two of them downwards, and that will give us our capital Y. Now for small y, what we do is between the second and then the last horizontal guideline, we draw a diagonal line like this, okay? And then this time around, instead of drawing another diagonal line to join before we draw a straight line, we just draw a diagonal line straight, touching the first one all the way to the side like this, and that will give us a small y. Okay, so let's have a look at how it is actually done. Okay, so for the capital Y, like I said, we have one diagonal line like this, another one in the opposite direction, then a straight line joining them all the way down. So let's repeat that again. diagonal line from first to second line, another one in the opposite direction, and then we connect them like this. Okay, and that will give us capital Y. So let's continue like this, like this, like this. Okay, this, okay, very good. As you can see, we are doing great. All right, very good. So let's continue. Okay, very good, very good, excellent. Let's continue practicing. The more we practice, the better we become. So let's continue. Now take your time and do the exercise one after the other. You might not be as fast as me, but the important thing is for you to be able to write the alphabet really well. Now if you're having problem with the writing, you can let your mom or your dad or any of your elder brothers or sisters, or even your nanny or auntie or uncle help you do the exercise. Are you okay? Very good, very good, brilliant, excellent, wow, amazing. Okay, so that is for capital Y. Now let's look at the small y. And the small y, like I said, it's between the second and the last horizontal guideline. So this is how we do it. Pay key attention. So we draw one diagonal line like this, then the second one is straight diagonally like this, okay, at once. So we do it like this, as you can see, and then the next one is like this. Okay, very good. So like this, very good, amazing, very good. You are doing a great job. Okay, very good, excellent, very good. Okay, keep practicing. The more you practice, the better you become. So keep practicing. Very good, very good, very good. Okay, so take your time and go over them one after the other. Okay, very good. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. This is how we trace the alphabet, capital Y and small y, in the English language. Now Y stands for a lot of words like yacht, yam, even the color yellow all starts with Y. Right, so in the next video we'll be looking at the next alphabet, which is Z, and we'll be looking at how to trace the alphabet Z, and that will bring us to the end of tracing alphabet in English. So thank you once again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hello and welcome to my science tutorial for kids. In today's video, we want to learn how to trace the last alphabet in the English language, and that is Z or Z. Now, for us to do this exercise, we need a pencil. Any regular pencil at all can help you do this. And for us to erase any mistake that we might make, I will be using Natarash neon eraser to erase that. So you can get the Natarash neon eraser. It's very good and I recommend that. Alright, for the purpose of this tutorial, I will be using a marker to trace the alphabet so that you are able to see them really well. Alright, so let's proceed to look at how we trace the alphabet Z in the English language. Now, as always, we have 3 horizontal guidelines given to us, within which we have to write our alphabet. Now, for you to draw or to trace the capital Z, what we do is, on the first horizontal guideline, you draw a horizontal line, okay, horizontal line straight on it a little bit, and then from the end, you slant it all the way down to the last horizontal guideline, and then you draw another horizontal line on the last horizontal guideline, and that will give you capital Z. Now for small z, you do the exact same thing, but on a smaller scale, that is between the second and then the last horizontal guideline. So what we do is we draw a horizontal line over here straight, and then we have a diagonal line coming down to the last horizontal guideline, and then another one over here, and then that will give us our small z. Alright, so let's have a look at how we write this in practice. So the first thing I do is I follow the dotted lines. So I draw horizontal line like this, as you can see over here. Then the next thing I do is I slant it diagonally. Okay, so after that I move horizontal like this again. Okay, so that is how we draw Z. So let's repeat the process: horizontal, slant, horizontal. Very good. So let's proceed. This, and this, right? So this, and this. Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so let's proceed. Now take your time and go over the dotted lines perfectly. And in case you make a mistake, as always, use the eraser to erase your mistakes. Alright, so let's continue. Very good. Excellent. Amazing. You are doing very great. Okay, very good. Very good. The more you practice, the better you become at this. So let's practice more. Okay, so you take your time and do it one after the other. Don't be in a hurry to finish it like I am doing over here. I am good at it, so I can do it faster than you. Alright, so that brings us to the end of capital Z. Now for small z, like I said, you do the exact same thing, but on a smaller scale between the second and then the last horizontal guidelines given to you. So you do it like this, like this, like this, very small. So like this, as you can see, then you slant it down here, then like this. Okay, and that is how we do the small z. So let's continue. Okay, very good. Very good. So let's proceed. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Very good. All right. Alright, very good. So thank you so much for watching. This is how we trace the alphabet Z in the English language. Now Z stands for a lot of words like zoo, Zion, and many other words, and even zero also start with that. So this brings us to the end of the alphabet tracing. We started all the way from A, and now this is the end, the Z. Now in the next video, I'll be compiling the alphabet writing from A all the way to Z in one video, so that you can either download the full video or you watch them one after the other, so that your kids will be able to learn and practice how to trace the alphabet from A to Z. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.